till I'm laid to rest. Yes, always be the best. There's no life in the West. I know the East is the best. All the propaganda them spread. Don't we laugh and confess? Oh, I'm in bondage. Living is a mess. And I've got to rise up. Alleviate the stress. No longer will I expose my weakness. He who seek knowledge begin seek humbleness. Still Master God bless. Allah feed the needy and shelterless. Ethiopia await our prince and princess. Till I'm laid to rest. Yes, always be depressed. There's no life in the West. I know the East is the best. Yes, propaganda the spread. Don't will African face. Fuck all the man from all the East. Everybody want a piece. African free Africans, man. Cosmos I just speak. Unification, no pound my defeat. What again when we walk into redemption speak. Okay, let me chat the promised land. One thing about it, nobody can take you to the promised land. You know why? Because you have to promise it to yourself. Deep realizations, and now I'm seeing things I have never seen them before. So there's a science, right, that involves logos. And logos is a Greek word, so they say, right? And so, you know that scripture, John 1:1, that says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So if you were actually reading Greek, because so many people forget that they're reading translations of Hebrew and Greek, and they don't ever study anything as far as Hebrew or Greek goes, so you're relying on someone else's translation. But anyways, it would say, in the beginning there was the Logos, and the Logos was with God, and the Logos was God. So, right, so this is why, right, like, huge corporations always have, like, this logo, right, this symbol, because it speaks directly with the subconscious. So, there's a science where you can draw specific logos and focus on them, and it will help to organize your mind, right? It's like literally speaking with the subconscious. So one of these symbols is the flower of life. Excuse me, one second. Okay, so, my bad. Okay, so if you draw these specifics, not specific, but I mean, research the symbol, you know what I'm saying? And then you can actually draw it. Shout out to Lostar for sending me a protractor that I'll be barely using, but I'm going to get back on it because I saw it today. I understood it, like, deeply. So when you draw these logos, these symbols, right, they help to organize your mind. So if you remember in the movie Doctor Strange, right, when the Ancient One is speaking to Doctor Strange, she says that basically your mind works from the place of a bunch of spells. And then she began to draw what? Symbols and shapes, right? Geometric shapes in the air and project them to him. And she said, your mind works from spells. And she said, if the word spells offends your sensitivities, you could say programs. Promises to self, which is the subconscious energy, which is generally hidden. It's so funny. Like, I be speaking with people about the subconscious, and they be like, it's shit that you're doing from your subconscious that you can't just see like that. It's not plain like that. You have to. This is why you're required to go deep, so that you can see the whys of why you are doing things. So that flower of life, right? These spheres. Here we go with these circles again. What are the spheres of your promises What type of fruit is it creating? What does your flower look like? Your flower is your life. Your flower is your patterns. What does it look like? I was saying in the live yesterday, right, that we be creating Vesica Pisces with people when they come into our fields energetically. So now there is that energy that mixes, right, in the middle. But we also know that when you put a rotten fruit next to a good one, it will begin to, right, take the life from that one as well. What do your flowers, your energetic patterns, your Vesica Pisces look like? You ever talk to somebody and like they're telling you like a million times they got into it with people and you're like, maybe it's not all of them. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? We have to take a look at the patterns and the promises that we are making to ourselves, and that is deep work. It's deep work. I had to realize that my spheres were arranged in such a way that it wasn't aligning for me to see properly. You know what I'm saying? Like a telescope so I could see far. It was like some of my spheres were just a little off. So it's like, you know? But I'm so grateful for that experience. I was blind, but now I see. And again, right? What if the promised land is really the mentality? The mentality of a place where you would provide yourself mental and internal paradise and peace. Again, so many times I'm looking at these things. Dora. Like, the map is not outside at all. It's internal. It is the wheel of Hecate to get through your internal maze. What a journey. So, right? What if your promised land mentally right now is barren? It is a desert. It is dry. Because you're not allowing spirit to water your thoughts. I would guess you could walk around in circles for 40 years. Nobody can take you to the promised land. You have to promise it to yourself. Promise it to yourself. Okay? We coming out the desert now. We Tafiti in this motherfucker. We dropping flowers. Vegetation and fertility everywhere we go. Because our thoughts are creating these flowers, right? Oh, I just said that and felt flowers pop from my crown. Alright. That's it. Love you guys. Peace.